And we are live.
To list.
All right. Yeah, we are officially live. I love that. I like that title. That's fun. Whoa, wait a second.
What?
This
What?
might be big.
What?
No, it didn't do anything. I thought it said I wanted to make it. There was like an option that said follow host's video order. So like I thought it would make it the setup that I have, like what I'm looking at, where I'm on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't do that. So fuck it, whatever. All right, we are here.
Yes, sirree.
Chat real
Sirree
fast.
Bob.
See what's going
Just
on.
while I get a picture.
Go for it.
I guess we could start the show how it's ordered.
You've acquired
Okay, that's little.
the
Oh,
goodies.
I see why.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I got some color back into my face.
Sheesh, got the fucking merchandise.
Sheesh. The
If I even
McD's.
have everything.
Make sure you have both sauces, my dude.
You already know I got that high C orange. Can't fucking not get that limited edition.
Dude, that's like a nostalgia bomb right there too.
It
That's
is a
what I used to
nostalgia
get as a
bomb.
kid.
I haven't gotten it since I was a
Okay,
kid, so it's
sweet.
actually really exciting.
Yeah, that's big.
It is available on the
I'm
Twitter.
gonna get everything out and unboxed.
I'm a
So that-
retweet.
Later.
Is it a 10-piece nugget? Should I wait for this for
Really
you to start
fucking
talking about
cookies in here. It's a 10-piece nugget.
it? How many people are in BTS?
Like 12.
It's like a whole squad, right? Yeah. I was like,
They
I'm pretty sure it's
even
a whole
each get one nugget from their meal.
I would have meant they forgot one of the sauces. Not one.
They each get
Look,
one.
guys. Actually, no, I'll do the review later.
Yeah.
You gotta do the like the makeup hand.
The Mega's like,
Yeah, yeah. Love that.
one little mukbang.
Yeah, we could wait a couple minutes for things to get a little settled.
You guys
You guys
can
want to start?
retweet this damn tweet.
I
I got
already
you, bro.
did.
Okay.
So get at me. Yeah, I liked it and retweeted it. I'm gonna close out of Twitter now though.
Okay.
And I have my notes for tonight pulled up. All right.
I am almost present.
Almost. What are you doing?
Guys,
Relax.
we gotta do one of these. The next one we do, we gotta do it all together. I feel like that will be such a. I feel like it'll be
Like
such an
if we
event.
all get the food?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever
I
the
feel like
next one is, I'll do it.
we all eat it all together and have a fucking review and really go into depth about it.
And we say who thinks it's the best, who thinks it's the worst.
They didn't even give me a strizzy, no straw. Now gotta sit the
There's
high
no
C
way.
orange raw.
You got a raw dog, the high C orange, no straw.
No straw. Then they
There's
didn't even
just
fill. I don't know if y'all can see. You didn't see that the drink is not even at the top
I
of
don't
the
see
cup.
it. Yeah, I don't even see the drink, bro.
I'm upset.
Should be illegal. It's like they knew they didn't give you a straw. We're like, we shouldn't put it at the top because he doesn't have a straw to sip it with.
Oh, but the high C orange though.
It does hit.
That's it.
It does in fact hit. It hits like it did when I was 8 years old getting it. So
Such a fucking good drink. Why can't I get it anywhere else?
that's so facts. I've never seen an orange high C anywhere except for
It's limited edition, baby. It's like
You mean-
McDonald's
you mean
Baja
like-
Blast.
You
Little
mean
juice
like
boxes.
from like
Yeah.
restaurants, right? You don't mean in person.
what do you? Yeah, I don't really even see it at other spots.
Like it's available for purchase though, right?
Yeah, in the little box, in the little juice boxes, right?
And Lil
But no,
Baby
I never
pouches.
seen anybody got it on tap on the fountain.
I like that Drake gif.
It's 1 year of Ungodly Hour. I want to point that out.
Shout
My
out.
favorite album of
Oh.
last year. Just wanted to note.
Well, we'll talk about that new music.
I need to make sure I got the claw. Okay, can we start or no? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we could start.
Yeah, we can.
'Cause I'm
start.
ready. I'm here. I'm alive.
Oh, you ready here in a live, Marcus?
All right, yeah. The
Sorry.
people will just join as we go.
I'm just going on our channel on Twitch, and then I am ready.
Yeah, does anybody have YouTube open? I feel like we haven't been showing them love.
YouTube doesn't show us love. It's like I'm gonna go open YouTube.
Oh, it's because we aren't showing them love. You got to give a little to get a little, DJ.
You're right. You're right. How dare I? The chat. Where's the chat? Where's the chat?
All right. So,
Yes, sir.
how are you guys doing on this fine Saturday evening?
I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you, Timmy. If I talk about my day, I might cry, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
Then don't talk about your day. Look forward. Look ahead. We've got a nice, good old show for ourselves tonight, so we can get that popping. Marcus, how are you?
I don't know. I ate this like shrimp and rice.
Ooh.
It was very oily, but that was the point. Like it was supposed to be oily, but as a result, it fucked up my stomach a bit.
Ooh,
Marcus said I got
get
the
you.
diarrhea.
No,
he did not say that.
not even a little bit.
That's what I heard.
It's just I had
No,
like really heavy
get you.
burps.
I get you. I have a weak stomach. Like food and stuff will just like mess me up. So
I mean,
easily. I'll just
do
be
y'all like-
"Oh, I just want to lay down.
Do y'all like stuff like greasy pizza? I feel like that's so random. But like I guess oil. Marcus gave me like the idea of like oily and like foods that are like purposely oily.
Yeah.
It depends on the food.
Okay, like what's
Yeah,
your?
it belongs on
I'll
pizza,
eat
yeah.
a greasy pizza.
Definitely
I'll
belongs
also
on
eat.
pizza.
I know some people like pat it down with a napkin.
If
Like,
I see you pat down your like, don't go there. Then
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the point? Like, you went there knowing.
it's so extra to pat it down with a napkin.
Like,
but I think there's something to like, I don't know. There's just like a lot of oils, like I had to wash my face. I saw myself before I got on.
Right. Ooh,
I saw like how like shiny. I was like, yikes! So I needed to handle that. That's what I was away for a few minutes. So like, yikes!
Turn the camera on. You're like, oh.
Yeah. So, my stomach was hurting. And I was hoping that wouldn't like hold me. Like I was hoping that I could like
Hold you
rise above
back.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to rise above it.
And you will. You are right now. That's what this is.
Yeah.
exactly. Are you feeling confident now? Is your stomach feeling at
Rolling.
ease?
No.
At ease.
rolling.
Okay.
No, but his mind over matter. So
Okay, new game. For every Marcus burp, we're gonna rate it, and then we're gonna see what was the top burp by the end of the show.
And my job is to not burp. Okay.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Marcus is gonna have a good show if we don't rate anything.
Exactly.
Make it through the night and he's just chilling.
Y'all,
You guys
let's
killing
just
the
talk,
vibe.
'cause
Okay, yes.
this chair that I'm in right now,
Yeah.
I got it from Amazon. I want to say like back in January when I got the desk in my room, and I lean back in my chair like all the time. I lean back.
I love back support.
Huh?
I love back support. I always lean back too.
Well, there's no back, so here's the thing.
Oh, okay. So you just
So I'm leaning back, and early on in the chair assembly, or like after finishing the chair, I'm leaning back so much, like in the first couple weeks, and I hear like a nail pop out. So I'm like,
that's terrible.
no, like it's fine. The chair feels sturdy. Like there's nothing. It's like over the weeks and weeks and weeks that I had it now, months now, it's falling apart. The literally thing at any second can break on me, and I might I mean, it ceases to exist.
It might just be ass to the floor.
Well, it might be worse just because things might jab into my spine.
Okay.
Yeah. So
no, that'll be a clip. That'll be a good clip.
Okay.
Sure. Chair punctures Marcus's skin.
Chair punctures Marcus.
I don't know if that'll be a good clip for us.
I mean, it'll get some views.
I hope I don't want to. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Tim, what about you?
About me, I'm good. I'm hanging. I feel kind of like Marcus though. Not like that I've been feeling like sick. I'm a little tired, but I'm rising above it. I'm here. I'm vibing. So I'm actually
And we
really
love it.
excited for tonight's show.
I'm also very excited for tonight's show.
Can I be honest?
What?
Yes, be honest.
I don't know, like hope I'm excited for tonight's show because I hope that with what we have we'll work with it, you know. But like, you know, this isn't one of our beefier shows.
Well, it might not be beefy in content, but we're talking about literal beef. Therefore,
oh my god,
it is beefy.
Okay,
Marcus,
He's
we're
kinda right.
rising
That's kinda
above.
true. That was kind of
Marcus,
true.
we're
That was
rising
kind of true.
above. We're rising above.
Let's take what we can get, Marcus.
Anything I say might be a load of bullshit, but just
Right.
take it and run with it.
Okay.
That's the kind of vibe we're on tonight. Like I'm gonna be just saying some shit, and we're just gonna be here for it.
Big vibes all
So
Saturday night.
what have we been listening to? Let's just jump right into
Let's
some
do it.
fucking new music.
Let's fucking hopscotch in there.
Yeah.
I have literally 2 songs if you want me to start.
Let's go. Let's hear 'em.
All right. So I heard the song off the like there's the new, I think it's Fast and Furious 9. They just came out with a soundtrack.
Yeah.
There's that song with Ty Dolla $ign, Jack Harlow, and 24K Golden.
Yes.
I listened to that called I Won. That was pretty good.
Was it good? It sounds like a good lineup. So
yeah, it's a movie soundtrack song. You know, it's put together like the Fast and Furious movies. Like I feel like the past few, they've always had like 1 or 2 pretty good songs. Like they had Candy Paint on the last one. Like they're always putting out like a pretty good song every once in a while.
See You Again was one before that, where that was a few years
exactly. Ago. Yeah. That was 7, and then 8 had Candy Paint, and like this song's like a little more hype. Like I would like 24K Golden's like spitting on it. Like they were bringing it. It was a good song.
No, is it the next Candy Paint or See You Again?
No, not the same vibe at all. Like more hype, more like probably.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
See you soon,
maybe during like an action sequence kind of vibe, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, which honestly fits more the vibe in a movie.
Fits the vibe, yeah. I mean, they always have those somber moments. Like See You Again just hit so hard because of like Paul Walker's death,
exactly.
And then Candy Paint was just such a banger already. So like,
and that was at a prime of post career too. So it made sense.
But yeah, so I would say overall that song was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's definitely like stuff you'd be playing like in the car, like getting yourself a little hyped up.
I mean, shout out 24K Golden for even to be able to get on that soundtrack because he's still pretty new.
Yeah, he's coming.
They go out of their way to look for people.
Yeah, and then like if they had Ty Dolla $ign on the hook, and then Jack Harlow and 24K Golden like each had a verse. Definitely both.
Ty Dolla $ign was on the hook. They didn't even have him on the 24K on the hook. That's surprising.
No, his verse goes kind of crazy. His verse is last, and it goes kind of crazy. Like it's actually good. I was all here for it.
I'm definitely gonna give that a listen.
Vibing with the song the whole time. Now the other song I've been listening to, and if you want, Marcus, I can write this shit down for
can you?
For the playlist.
Wait, can I just say before you go, because I wanted to make a point about I had to focus on other things, but I wanted to make a point about movie soundtracks. I feel like when they are done well, they are done very well, and then it's just like they can kind of
for example,
shout out Black Panther.
Into the Spider-Verse. I was literally gonna say Black Panther.
Those two had great soundtracks.
Amazing songs that you can play by themselves. Songs that went off.
That's what they should be
striving
for with every movie.
You should be striving for it.
It should be a soundtrack that doesn't need the movie, which most soundtracks don't hit that level.
Yeah.
Or maybe they get one song that hits that level. But
no, but I guess think about I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just gonna say when you have like a full on soundtrack that's like full of bangers, like then you're doing it right.
From a filmmaker's perspective, though, I do understand how certain soundtracks need to be, how certain movies need certain types of music in order to explain the message of the movie. I feel like there was just a lucky situations where movies like Black Panther fit like, a cultural beat that made sense for the soundtrack that also worked for the movie. Whereas I feel like not all movies can do things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to say all movies, but there are definitely some that have the potential and miss the mark completely.
I think I'm specifically talking about the ones that release their soundtracks as full
as
projects.
actual. Okay.
Yeah, as albums, as works that
Yeah.
like literally this movie hasn't come out yet and the soundtrack's out. Okay, or
Right.
at least some of the songs are.
Right.
Like clearly they're trying. There's a market angle there that if you're doing that to promote the movie, the soundtrack better actually be good or like
Decent.
Why the fuck would I want to see the movie?
I mean, I don't know, but like you'll probably see the movie, but like,
yeah, no, you know what I mean though. Like
yeah.
The soundtrack ain't gonna
turn
show.
me off more to the movie.
The soundtrack ain't gonna show Vin Diesel jumping off a cliff and lassoing onto another mountain. You know, that's not what you're gonna get from the
Are we
soundtrack.
entertained?
I'm having a great time.
Are we entertained by that? Like
What? By the flying Vin Diesel?
I've never found the Fast and Furious movies intriguing.
They
I've
got
never gone out of my way to see them.
So
after Paul Walker died, they got a little outrageous.
They were
like
outrageous when he was there. I feel like that people like say that all the time. They were outrageous while he was there.
yeah, but like Fast, it's not getting
after like
interesting
I
after
want to
Fast
say it was
7. Though.
after like 3 or 4, they stopped being car racing movies,
Yeah,
and they
that's
just
true.
became full on action movies. However,
Yeah.
I watched this really interesting video on the Fast and Furious 5 where there's a stunt that they do where it's like a heist of a vault that they hook up to a car and they drive it down the street. And
Yeah.
they did that. That's not like CGI. Like that's all practical effects. Like they literally hooked it up to a car and just like drove it like down streets and like did these really crazy stunts. Whereas in the later ones, like when they're jumping a car from one skyscraper to another, like obviously that's fake. Like they had to, but like I do have to give a little respect to that some of these stunts that are so outrageous, they actually like did pull off. Like they are relatively
and
plausible, and you got to give them credit for that. Like
I appreciate practical
plot
effects.
and everything else aside, like
too.
practical effect I thought was so cool. And like I just watched a really cool video that like talked about it.
I almost wish they made the whole franchise based off of like those practical type of stunts though, because then that would be a specific cool niche of that franchise, you know.
Yeah,
now they're just
Star
I don't know
Wars
if you've
goes out of
seen
their way to do that actually.
I don't
like,
know if
all of Star Wars effects are almost
yeah, they
all
try their best to
practical.
do a lot of practical because the prequels got a lot of shit for CGI.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw the trailer for the newest Fast and Furious movie. There's like I think a part of the plot is like magnets or some bullshit where like a car is like on its side like sliding through a building like because a magnet is like pulling it or pushing it or doing something. It looks very silly, but like
they're creative. You gotta give them credit for creativity.
but that's not real. That's the thing with pulling the vault. That was real. Like and they're trying to make it be like this is plausible.
They're just trying to top it.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear?
You have to suspend reality. You have to suspend intelligence when you watch those movies.
Intelligence.
You do have to suspend it on. Did you hear about the confirmed crossover between Jurassic
gonna
World?
Say this. Yes, that they were gonna that they're gonna.
You didn't hear about that, Tim?
Mash up Jurassic World and the Fast and Furious.
They're mashing them together.
Somebody said if I don't see someone like driving, like using a like T-Rex as like a ramp or something, then
yes, off his head or like off the tail.
You know, honestly, I'll watch that one because I love Jurassic Park, and I'm down to like watch that.
That was like
it'd be the ultimate movie.
That was like when there was that was like when there was that big Sony hack, like that big leak of Sony, and there was like there was all those movies that they had in the works. Like they were gonna do there was gonna be a 21 Jump Street and Men in Black crossover. Like honestly, I think we need more dumb shit like that.
We do need more dumb shit like that.
I don't think what happened was that they were in the works. I think what happened was that they
or it
were
was
all like
pitched,
proposed,
but it never.
Like,
yeah, it was like a bunch of stuff that was pitched but never picked up.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, honestly, like just take a franchise that's already dead and revive it by crossing it over with another one. Like
I mean,
I don't get enough people out there to see it.
Has any major movie company even done something like that? I feel like it would just become $1 million movie. It would become $1 billion movie just because it's so unique.
Crossovers in general?
Well, no, I'm saying major movie crossovers.
Not to that level.
Because that would be like the first of its kind, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like that's just something that takes a Google search. Like, you know, I feel like it's been done.
But
like,
I don't think to the degree of like of a franchise as big as like Men in Black crossing over or something.
I don't know.
Like that's why I think like if Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious crossover, that would be like two of the biggest franchises, like I don't know, within the past 20 years to cross over.
So it would be huge. I feel like it would be a major phenomenon.
That would be huge. It would be hilarious.
And it would be the best thing anybody's ever watched.
I want to see Vin Diesel riding a dinosaur into battle. Like fuck a car. He's just like,
what?
I'm riding.
No, that's
fuck a car.
What is their enemy? Like, I don't get it.
The enemy is the dinosaurs, but they'll be their allies.
Friends with the dinosaurs. And
I mean,
The Rock is there because
honestly, then it has to like you have to add The Rock, obviously, like continue him and his
yeah,
franchise,
John
like all that.
Cena will be there too.
But then you have to make it so that it's like Jurassic World, Fast and Furious, but then they have to be like against like I don't know, aliens or something. Like it has to be an intergalactic thing.
Yeah,
'cause it's
which
just
is so
ridiculous.
funny because it's like yeah,
well,
it's
who's
like
the enemy? Who's the big bad?
it's like one of those things where it's like you watch the first movie and then you would watch something like that and be like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
It's almost like if someone watched the first Iron Man movie and then watched like Avengers Endgame, they'd be like, how did this guy go from building this like silly little suit of armor to like fighting a giant purple guy in space? Like same kind of idea. Except even more drastic because like the first like
There
the
was
early
groundwork
Fast and
set
Furious
for
is
it.
based in reality. Like
it is 100% based in reality.
Yeah, like where something like Iron Man, there is potential for a lot of like crazy shit like that to happen. But something with the Fast and Furious, it was literally just like if they were, could you imagine them pitching the first movie and being like, someday we're gonna get dinosaurs in this bitch.
We're gonna
like
have
no
dinosaurs
way.
in this bitch.
But I honestly hope to see that. I feel like we just went off on a little tangent, but
I
really hope they make that. I genuinely
hope
that becomes a movie. You guys like, was there a leak? Like what? Or was there just talkings of it? Where did you hear about this?
It was something confirmed on Twitter that was going around on like some verified site.
Confirmed.
But was it confirmed?
I heard
sorry,
different
Marcus.
podcasts talking about it.
Okay.
I don't know about
the Jurassic I don't know about and the Furious.
Okay, sorry. Maybe not confirmed. Maybe not confirmed.
Getting
let me not give Twitter that much.
Like the Jurassic and the Furious.
It's kind of hard though, Tim. They should hire you, the Jurassic and the Furious.
It didn't take him long. I'm sure it won't take one of them long.
Yeah, I have only seen like one Fast and Furious movie, and they're like, you.
Yeah. Come here. You know what it's going to be called.
But yeah, to like U-turn us back onto what we were talking about before. The other song that I've heard is, do you guys remember the guy that made Nasty Freestyle? T-Wayne. Do you remember that guy?
Yes.
That song, like, first let me hop out the money. Yeah. I didn't know this, but I saw a video. I don't remember if it was on Twitter or whatever, but he made this video basically just saying that like apparently he signed to a label after that song like blew up. And then there was this whole falling out where they were like stealing money from him or something. And he was like stuck in a contract for like a few years. And so now he's out of that contract and he just dropped a new song and he's like trying to promote it like independently. Yeah, and it's called Player. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's a little vibey. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see success stories after stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I hope from here he can kind of get his shit together a little better and like not and put all that behind him and like be more than just the Nasty Freestyle guy.
No, and thank you for like, shedding some light on him and his new beginning, because his name isn't out there a lot, and not a lot of people know the Nasty Freestyle, but don't know that he went through all those troubles with his label. Yeah, so it's really nice for you to talk about it and just put some weight on it. So
yeah, dude. So I want to put that on. I'm gonna write it down right now.
Let's go on notables actually.
Yeah,
I think it's good on him that he got out of his contract. I think that in 2021, there's so much information out there that if artists now are continually throwing away leverage or throwing away their lives because they do not have leverage in negotiations with major labels, like there's too much information out there for this to keep happening. Caveat, for people that are coming from low income places, rappers out of the hood that actually live that life and need the advance, you know what I mean? Like need the money, like need the kind of whatever, but so that doesn't apply to you. But I'm talking about the people that get a hit song and labels start knocking on your door. Look at the different paths that you can take before you go down the first one that just gives you that just gives you like the most money, because I think that it's important that you look into it first. Like there's so many other ways you can go about making money, building an audience, and doing all that. You should before you sign your life away.
No, I agree. I mean, think of all these trends we've seen of people just getting screwed over by their label or like boycotting their label or just not releasing stuff because they're upset with their label. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that he's out of it.
For another time, though.
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely something we could deep dive into.
Yeah.
But I'm
Good on
glad to
him.
see that he's
Yeah.
back. Yeah, he's back at it. He's grinding. He's he's kind of giving me that vibe. Like I checked to see if he had a TikTok. He does, and he's like grinding. He's giving me that vibe of like grinding like no one's heard of him before. And like
That's good.
I don't know. I really like when artists do that. Like even
Yeah.
when you're famous. Like I mean, obviously he's like not doesn't have star power like he did when that song first came out, or like compared to other artists, but he's still grinding like just as hard, and I respect the shit out of that. I love that. So those are the 2 songs I have for today. That's all I got. But what about you guys?
Yeah, about the motherfucking works. I don't have a new song, but I have a new meal. But I'll get to that in a moment. Marcus, do you have anything?
Honestly, not really. Here's why. I feel like with notables, I think I want to go through.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's nothing you guys want to add, we can go through and see if there's anything we want to take off.
But because of that, I'm also gonna guard some of my faves because I did listen to it and I think some still deserve to be on here.
We're gonna guard them. Okay.
Oh wait, there was one that didn't go on last time. That didn't go on last time that I feel like needed to. Oh, I know. Pasadena by Tinashe. Her new single. A lot of people dropped music this past week. A lot of people.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff I haven't heard yet.
A lot that so I'm kind of like getting into, but I know last week Pasadena dropped by Tinashe, and I enjoy it, and I think that it deserves a look-see. Tinashe is still underrated. Her last album was very good, and definitely gave her like more of a look than she has had before. She's talented, and check out Pasadena.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, what are we chopping off?
I don't know. Okay, so thoughts. So how do we feel about what like the playlist overall?
I like it actually. Yeah, I do. I also
it had a bunch of different vibes, and it was good to keep that going.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so the Sierra Bops, always Bops classics, like literally certified classics.
Yes.
They were notable because the conversation was about Sierra at the time. I'm not pressed to keep them.
Okay.
But I'm also not pressed to take them off. Like they're kind of just like, like if that's all. They're not notable to me anymore.
Wait, there was just the one though, right?
No, it's Like You and Like a Boy.
There's 2 and Like a Boy.
I don't acknowledge Bow Wow in this house.
Oh yeah, no. that was the first song on the playlist. I was like looking at it and didn't see it. I wasn't looking all the way up.
But again, like I said, they're classics, hits, platinum records, I think. Yeah, platinum records. So they're
yeah, I mean
we're always adding, going to
the thing is we're only apparently adding 3 songs. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not pressed to do anything with them. I'm just letting you know that that's how I feel. Like they were notable at the moment. I mean, shit, if there's only one song notable in a week, then
that's all there is.
But let me say, okay, how about this? Okay,
talk to me.
Transparent Soul, fire, needs to stay on. Just watched Willow perform it on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, that song is amazing.
That song is
that song reaches every audience. She really, I think she knew what she did with that song. I feel like every time I hear that song, my grandma, it could be grandma listening, my uncle, like your sister, your brother, your nephew.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay, it's like that kind of song. I feel like it's very, very, a very well-rounded song. That's the best way I would explain it.
I'm just happy for this like era of her.
I'm very excited for it, honestly.
And it's been a thing though. That's another thing though. I'm saying era now because I feel like it's packaged correctly, and there's like music coming, and like it just feels like a full release is coming. But she's been in this mode for a bit now, and like there's been music from Willow that has been fire. So if you're not hip to Willow, be hip to Willow. Like make sure that you are keeping up, and Transparent Soul is definitely that song to be all over. So yes, it needs to stay. How do we feel about Monica Lewinsky?
I still like it. Big bop for me always.
Him?
I liked it. I don't know. I do feel like there should be at least a few songs that we take off. I'm not saying this needs to be the one that we do, but like I like the idea of that it is changing at least a little bit.
Okay. So Tim says no more Monica Lewinsky.
I literally just said it doesn't have to be this song. I just
Yeah, I
had
hate
that
when he
thought
does that. I hate
now.
when he does that.
I had that thought
Um,
now, and I should have said this before we even started talking about it, but I just
Well, that's why I brought up the Sierra bops. Like they're always gonna be bops, but I mean that's
nah.
why they're not necessarily
We could take
notable for
off.
me.
We could take off the Lucid Dreams remix. That was like a moment. Last week
That's
was
true.
the
That was
anniversary.
I agree with that one.
That was released. That was a fresh release. I would say that would be one that
Okay, can you
moment
write
has
that
coming on.
down to take off?
I'm taking it down live as we speak.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess I could too. Like
sheesh. No, I'm just gonna write down.
Yeah, please just write. Oh yeah, I could remove. Okay. Okay. Yes. So all night, Bree Runway. My like one of
I actually love that song. It's one of my favorite
people-
songs on there.
people get into it. Get into
that.
it.
No, that was fun. I was here for that.
Get into it. I'm telling you, she's a moment. She's a moment.
She is good. I like her.
So for those that don't know and need to continue to get hip, like that she's staying because it's just all night is certainly that.
It is like that.
Yeah, like I said, Transparent Soul's great. Monica Lewinsky for me, I didn't I don't remember what it sounds like. I remember hearing it and being like, not mad at this, but it just I didn't have any strong feel either way.
Okay, we can take it off.
Is that confirmed? How are you feeling?
Tim.
Sorry, I just hit a fat yawn. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to remember what it sounds like.
Okay, then we're removing it because if you have to remember, then that's kind
Then
of
it's not a moment.
It was. I do remember enjoying it, but I think the moment has come and gone.
Help herself. Baby No Money.
What do you guys think of that song? Honest opinion.
I liked it.
Again, can't remember what it sounded like. I liked it though when I heard it.
It's such a different vibe of like any other songs that he does, which I just really enjoyed. But no, I'm totally fine with like taking it off. Like it was kind of a moment of like that song came out a few months ago, and I just really wanted to make sure that people knew about it. It's been on both weeks now, so I'm fine with it running its course. And
I like it still though.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to push it off.
no, okay, no, I'm just then keep it on. Let's keep it on another week.
All right. Anyway, so
I mean,
through the phone.
Oh, that's actually been my favorite on Notables. Actually, I play every time I play it in the car with my friends. That's always when they like dance to.
Duh, because it's Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Exactly, it's
Kiss Me Through the
perfect.
Phone.
It's always notable.
Still, okay.
It's always a moment.
Okay. Forever Never, PNB Rock. I thought I heard the song before and I didn't, but it sounds like a song
It just
that I've
came
heard
out.
before.
It came out last week.
I know, but
I'm gonna keep it real.
the exactly what I just said is exactly what I stand by. I thought I heard this
Then
before.
I'm totally
but
fine
it's
with
not.
taking it off. It was it was a moment. The moment is gone. It was one
Okay,
of those.
I'm gonna keep it real. I definitely forgot to add it to the Apple Music playlist, so I was not listening to it.
Okay. Bleach on the Rocks. How do we feel?
That can go.
Yeah, that was another
liked
moment.
it.
It was fun though.
I liked it.
It fit the vibe.
Okay, we're not trying to keep
The,
shit this week.
Chopping block.
I mean, we are only adding 3 songs, guys. So let's be a little.
I'm saying like
I'm fine with keeping it. You know what? Because we're silly like this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's switch it to the remix.
Is a remix?
Yeah, with Lil Aaron. You ever heard of that guy?
no.
Lil Aaron. Lil Aaron.
There's a remix.
Okay, so we're gonna
with Lil
add the
Aaron.
remix. Backstage
Let's-
Pass.
Yeah, let's switch it. Because why not?
Let's just add remixes to every song. that we have.
Backstage Pass. Samino.
I love that
How do
song.
we feel?
It's one of my favorite songs of all time, so I'm always gonna be on board.
I don't remember. I can't remember it, but I can't remember it. Tim.
I remember liking it.
Okay, fair. Drop it low for Jesus. Drop it low.
Yo, shout
When
out
you're
in the chat, Sauce Boss.
Sauce Boss,
Whoever this guy is.
what's popping, dummy?
I don't
Thanks
know.
for the
He's
follow,
saying,
Sauce
he's
Boss.
saying he's better than Migos. Send us a track. We'll deadass listen to it right now.
Yeah, I promise y'all listen to your music. I
Tweet-
promise.
tweet
you.
at- I'm serious.
almost
Tweet
positive
it
that's
in.
somebody we know.
Tweet
Sauce
it.
Boss.
Yeah. So anyway,
I want to know what the saucy flow is like.
I also want to know the saucy flow.
guys, I'm trying to get through this.
Yes,
Continue.
all right,
Okay,
all
go,
right,
Marcus.
all
Go.
right.
Please. Drop it low for
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
It's always good to have a meme song. Do we have a meme
Love
song
it.
to
Okay,
replace
great.
it though?
Yeah,
No.
can we have a replacement meme song?
Do you
I-
have a replacement meme song on the top of your head?
She make
Yeah.
it clap. But that's already.
That's not a
That's
meme
not a
song.
meme song. You want to know a real meme song?
What?
SIMP by Kyle Simps.
Sounds like Tim already knew the replacement though.
Okay, add it.
I heard it on TikTok. It is very silly. We don't actually have
Unlearn,
to add
Benny
it.
Blanco.
I
I
like
liked
that
that
song.
one. I did like that one.
We're gonna have a shot clock for this one. For this thing, because you guys drag.
You're
this.
right. You're right. You're right. You're
So
right. You're right.
Unlearn,
Next one.
Benny Blanco. How do we feel?
Stays on.
Stays on.
I like Unlearn. Weak, Flo Milli, my fave.
I think we can have a better Flo Milli song.
A better Flo Milli song.
Just kidding.
I mean,
I
we
said
can
that.
add another, but you said,
I said
better like
that.
that was a problem.
No, I said that, but I didn't have anything to replace it with, so I like it. We just want to keep.
I have another Flo Milli song that you can replace it with, but the fact that you said better like that was like okay. How about
Like
this?
there are a lot out there.
Here, let's see. I was gonna say meme, but it's only a verse, and everybody knows or people know full verse. Okay, Flo Milli. Oh, we already did Rolling 20s on the other one. I got you. I have you. I have you.
Flo Milli will always be notable in my heart.
Okay.
Let's do Nasty. Nasty is a song that she is featured on with it's a Rich the Kid song featuring Flo Milli, now Lotto.
Do you want to add that
Ruby
with
Rose.
week or without, or take week
Well,
out?
you tell me, because you're the one that decided that you wanted something different.
I do, but we can. I think that I can also learn to love week more. So, what was it called? The one that you?
I believe I just said Nasty. I think
Yeah.
so.
Nasty.
And we didn't take anything else off after switching the bleach on the rocks.
Nasty freestyle.
Adding
Not
nasty, right?
really sure, but
Shit. I thought.
well, didn't you just say Simp? SIMP.
Oh yeah. Do you want to actually add that?
Tim, if you're going to suggest it, come with it.
It's silly, but
Then don't.
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's
Okay.
a little silly. I don't know if I want it on our playlist.
I Am Young Baby Tate featuring Flo Milli.
I actually like that song a lot.
It's
Very good
very good. It's
That
it's
is
one
a
of
good
those,
song.
It's one of those songs that like the lyrics are being tweeted like just as like affirmations.
As tweets, yeah.
Yeah, so I love that. And then Late at Night, Roddy Rich.
Late at night.
I think
That
it was
was
a
a
good.
pretty good song.
I think it was a good song. I think it was notable because it just came out. I wanted to kind of say, hey, like Roddy Rich just came out, and I think that he is interesting because he's actually like a rapper that comes with some visuals.
Yeah. And
all
so
of a
what's the
sudden-
moment? Is the moment gone?
Low key think
Or is the moment still here
Moment's
for another week?
gone, but I think it can stay. I think it can stay for another week. And
I think it
test
might
its
be another
power.
week. We can
I think
we
it
can
can
get a
test its
feel
power.
for it.
Something that we can do though, that I've been listening to nonstop for the past few weeks. I know that DJ listened to it the other week. Save Your Tears remix.
Yes.
We can do that for notables because I keep
right,
watching
let's
the
do
live
that.
performance and I can't get over it. So yeah, we're gonna get better about the notables, people, because that shit pulling teeth.
That wasn't terrible. We've got some good songs on
You
here.
guys-
I added some.
guys-
We added some good ones.
songs.
We added some really good ones, and we're up to 17 songs now. so-
Dragon.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
dragging these. All right, let's keep going.
What's next?
Oh, you know
Did
what's
have your-
next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
My
DJ,
nuggets
are
done got
you-
frozen, but
Are
you know we
hungry?
I'm starved, boys.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Welcome, boys, to another mukbang with your boy Sarzari. Over here, we have another McDonald's meal. You know what the fuck we're about to bring. It's the BTS meal. Bring your favorite K-pop gang into the situation. We're about to do it. Okay, so this is the meal, guys. I'm gonna, show it to you. It comes with a 10-piece McNugget. Nuggets. It also comes with medium fry. It usually is full.
Why did you do that? You look crazy.
It comes with a high or any drink. It's supposed to come with a Coke. I got a high C orange. You know me. I love
Half
nostalgia. So, half empty. Look,
I know
I was
it.
snacking. Y'all are taking 40. It was 40 minutes since I got my fries. Anyways,
Does anybody know what? Does anybody know what
You were
BTS
literally the
stands for?
problem.
Like the group? Like what does that mean?
my brain wants to say Big Time Summer, but that is not it.
No, I would assume it's something in Korean.
Yeah, probably is. I do not know what BTS stands for.
I'm gonna look it up.
Quick Google
Keep going.
search. But anyways, so what makes the BTS meal special is 2 special new sauces that McDonald's brings. They got the sweet chili, and they also have the Cajun. You already know.
Ooh, are those? They don't normally like. Can you only get those with the meal? Or
No,
can I
you
go
can-
there and ask for that.
You can go there and ask for it, but probably only while the meal's out.
Yeah, they didn't have that before, right?
No, this is
I
new.
feel like
No.
I've never heard of that. I don't want to butcher how to say their name, so I'm not going to.
That's fair. The Cajun looks like a little bit of a spicy mustard, nami.
Ooh,
A little
okay.
a little colorful. And then the sweet chili. It kind of it's kind of syrup consistency, actually. It's kind of strange.
Oh,
But we about to see what the fuck we getting into.
so is there any like specific way that BTS eats this? Like how the freaking straight ups, right? Like had extra ice. Like, are you supposed to dip like one half of the nugget in one sauce and one in the other, or some dumb shit like that? Or
Nope.
or they just send
They
it
just
out
be
there?
they just be mixing back and forth.
I was kind of hoping there was
Something special. I don't know.
like a specific way to eat it. Like, I feel like anybody could just get a 10-piece nugget with
That's
two
how I feel about
types
all
of
of these
sauces.
meals. I swear. That's how I feel about every single one of the meals.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, all the meals are pretty. I mean, McDonald's really don't be trying their hardest with these meals.
And
Well,
that
that's
upsets
almost
me.
the point. Like,
And people
here's
are
the thing.
still out here buying them.
That's
We're
what it
here
is.
talking about it.
That's what it is. It's literally
All
just
right.
marketing something
Eat
that they
it.
already do.
Eat it.
Here is the Cajun sauce.
Well, do not please don't smack. Oh, please don't smack.
Ah!
It tastes like it tastes like Old Bay, honey mustard, and yellow mustard mixed together. I think that's the best way I can describe
Oh,
it.
that is
Is
not
it-
Cajun.
Is it better? Is it better than any sauce? Like, would you order that sauce over any other sauce at
No,
McDonald's?
not at all. I would
Okay.
rather order hot mustard.
Okay. So
Very
the Cajun will say is a miss.
Very strange flavor, actually. It's like sweet, but like tangy, but also like Old Bay. Confused.
Side note. Sorry. Speaking of hot mustard, you guys remember the hot ketchup that was at the grilled cheese spot in New York?
Yes.
Vaguely.
Tim doesn't remember, but there was spicy ketchup with my tater tots.
Oh, they were
I
so good.
And I
Yeah.
recreated it, or tried to recreate it with what I had. And I will be making spicy ketchup from now on. Like,
Oh.
that's the only ketchup I want.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a little bit of sriracha, like a good like 1/4 of sriracha to like ketchup ratio was really good. That's what I like to do.
Cayenne pepper.
Or use cayenne pepper. That also is a good way to do it.
Interesting.
That's more of a natural way to do it.
Mhm.
All right. So if the Cajun is a miss,
Okay, and now we're gonna try the sweet chili. Has some glisten to it. Kind of changes the whole color of the nugget. It
Sheesh.
coats it.
it's like a coat of paint.
This is so stupid.
That's bussin'.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's
we
sweet
really
chili?
listening to
Okay.
him do this?
This sweet chili is bussin'. I'm not gonna lie to
Marcus,
you.
this is our trend now.
Is
He's been
it?
eating all of the meals, bro.
Look, I'm gonna eat every single meal, Marcus. Every time McDonald's comes out with one, we are
Until there's a
advertising it.
Note Unavailable meal, DJ will be eating every single meal.
Man, we're gonna be here for a long time, aren't we?
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm eating a lot of meals.
Okay.
Okay, well, quick review. I'll
Yeah.
give it a 5 out of 10. McDonald's comes with yet another meal that is
Mediocre.
mediocre.
Honestly, I'm kind of pissed. It's just chicken nuggets. to
Okay,
be
what
honest.
you can do is rank them between the meals that you've had so far.
Okay.
Yes,
You're right.
Yes.
That's what I'll do. Okay, for YouTube purposes, we're gonna do number 1 of all of them.
Wait,
We're gonna go with the
wait,
original.
wait.
What? Sorry.
we gotta run down what we even had, right?
Yeah. What are the
Okay,
three
so
meals?
yes.
Yeah.
So far we have tried the Travis Scott meal,
Yeah.
Straight up.
straight up, which refresh my memory, guys.
It was the quarter pounder.
The quarter pounder
Mhm.
with no pickles, right?
yeah,
With lettuce, I think it was.
Yes.
lettuce and no pickles,
No pickles or something.
and
Tomato.
and
like, it was just a
fries
weird.
and
it
a
was-
side of barbecue. And
Yeah,
like,
fries inside of
extra
barbecue.
ice.
with like
Nah.
extra,
Extra
ice.
ice.
Yes, a
Ridiculous.
straight up Sprite.
Because he's straight up.
Yeah.
Then we had the J Balvin meal.
J Balvin, yep.
That was the Big Mac?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a Big Mac meal. Because I remember eating a Big Mac and not
But it
knowing
was
why.
just like a little different. Yeah, what did they change about it? Let me look it up.
The J Balvin meal.
You
Damn,
guys
these
are
meals really sucked. Like I'm thinking back on them as they keep coming out. McDonald's really just be putting these brand names on normal ass
That is
products.
quite literally the point. Like, I like, we're not coming up. Listen, they're
Okay,
not.
no,
They
it's
even-
it's a Big Mac without pickles, and then fries with ketchup and an Oreo McFlurry.
It was a McFlurry. I remember that.
Oh, that sounds good.
And then I'll double check the Travis Scott one.
That sounds so good. Just the McFlurry part. Okay,
Just
so
the word
rank 'em.
McFlurry.
Oh, so it was a quarter pounder with bacon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Was
it
the
was
Travis
bacon.
Scott one?
Oh yeah. So if I'm gonna rank them, number 3 coming in rare at the bottom, all the way at the bottom, gonna have to be this nugget meal. I don't understand.
Oh, we're about to be attacked by the army.
It's gonna have to
Why
be
the
the
K-pop
BTS nugget
stands
meal.
are coming
Ooh.
through.
I'm sorry, K-pop stands. I'm sorry, they did y'all boys dirty. This meal is garbage.
There's literally not even enough nuggets for each member of the group. That's
And
what
then
I don't
they-
understand.
let's
If
check
they
that.
split a BTS meal, they could not each get a nugget. One of our mans would be out here just eating fries.
Like that would
And
be
I think that's not fair.
that would even be unique though too. Like come on, like 12 nuggets for the 12 members. If there was
There's
12,
7
you know.
members.
Oh, 7 nuggets for the 7 members. That's so unique.
We're making
I
them
thought there
so
was more
mad
than
right
10.
now. We're making them so mad.
The
what
BTS
am I
army
supposed to do
hates
with
us.
the 3 extra nuggets? Which one is everybody's
Split
favorite?
it evenly.
Cut it into
Don't-
sevenths.
God, can we not continue to bear ourselves? They're hardcore. Can we please?
I know. I'm just gooning.
We're moving on. We're moving on.
What's the next one?
I'm snacking on my nugs. Number 2, the J Balvin meal. Big Mac can never go wrong. You know, the Oreo McFlurry does give it a little bit more pizzazz, which I'll give it credit for. But my personal favorite every time I go to McDonald's is always going to be that quarter pounder with bacon. So me and Travis in the straight up Sprite, it makes sense. Sprite's bussin', quarter pounder with bacon's bussin', and the medium fry with some barbecue sauce. Travis had me. So number 1, the Travis Scott meal,
You got something
and
to
that's
say,
my
Marcus?
rankings.
No. Is it still available?
No.
What,
Yeah,
the Travis
the
Scott
Travis
meal?
Scott meal? You said every time you go to McDonald's. What do you mean?
He'll
Like,
get a
I-
quarter pounder.
I get a quarter pounder with
by
bacon.
itself.
Oh, okay. Because you.
Yeah, because it's literally on the menu already.
That's
Yeah,
okay. all
They're
right.
just repurposing. Honestly, I do like
It's
the idea
genius,
of like
but it's
putting
just so
like
lazy and
of
that's
like
why it's
having a
genius.
meal that comes with a McFlurry or like a milkshake. Like
That is
But you can
nice.
do that
It would be cool to
yourself.
do
Like
more
you can
of that.
literally just
Yeah.
ask for that, and it's like comes out to almost the same thing.
yeah.
Like literally, like here's my meal. If it was gonna be a Marcus meal, it
Yes,
would
what's
be
the
a
Marcus meal?
double quarter pounder with cheese,
Yes.
like large fry, and either vanilla milkshake or really a what's it called, Oreo McFlurry, like one
Y'all-
of those, and that's my meal. But like
Y'all be getting
you
large
can already
fries.
get that.
There's got to be like they should also do like a specific like way to eat it or something. You know what I mean? Like if there was like a Marcus meal, right? You should be dunking the fries in the milkshake or something. Like
Okay, then you have to,
and you market it that way.
then you have to like take one of their good sauces actually. Fuck it. Like you have to eat the fries with barbecue sauce.
No, I'm saying you like yeah,
And
or
I'm
like
saying that's how you eat my meal. Tim,
that's how
make
you
your
eat
own
them.
meal.
Well, if there was a Tim meal, you would dunk the French fries in a chocolate milkshake.
That'll be a
And
part of marketing.
you would have to eat it that way. I mean, you wouldn't have
McDonald's.
to, but that's how they would market it.
Mhm.
McDonald's,
And
you hear us?
Dunk it in there. I
Note
don't know what
Unavailable.
you would get with it, but I'm just laying the groundwork right now.
Okay,
I don't know.
thank you.
The fact that they
DJ.
just had like some sauce and I don't know. I'd say this definitely sound from someone who hasn't eaten any of them. From the outside looking in, this seems like the one
And
they
you
tried
still
the least
can,
on.
Tim. You still can.
You still can.
I
Next-
still cannot eat them. Is that
No,
what
you
you're
still
saying?
can get the
still
BTS
can
meal at
get them
McDonald's.
because no, you still can eat them all because they're still on the menu.
Oh,
so
they are.
You're
so
right.
many.
They are. So I
Um,
would not have
very
to
true.
request too many changes to get
correct.
these meals.
So thank you, our McDonald's correspondent,
Of course,
um,
of course.
for the hard hitting journalism.
Thank you. Thank you. Always,
um,
always here and available. No
We're
unavailable.
gonna move on
Come
to
with the
the
facts.
next topic. Tim, would you like to refresh my mind.
Yeah, we just finished talking
I know what
about
it's
the
about.
chicken. So now we're moving on to the beef.
The
Tell us about it.
Okay,
Talk about it.
welcome everyone. The Migos recently dropped their fuck that. I don't know what to even call that. Travesty. Sorry. Okay, let's start over.
Travesty.
It wasn't a travesty. I don't fucking care for them anymore. All right. Welcome. The Migos recently dropped Culture 3.
Notice that we didn't mention it in the notable music. Just notice that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Precursor,
definitely
precursor.
something noted for sure. That we did not talk about it in new music or anything notable because I don't know, I wasn't checking for it.
I really wasn't checking for it.
Okay. And maybe that will explain why there's some issues in the camp. Okay. So Migos, so everyone knows, or everyone should know, I guess, that Migos belong to QC, Quality Control Music, which is a label under Atlantic, the record company. And they've been there for a very long time. They've had their albums under that umbrella. They've had all their hits, whether they be Motorsport or T-shirt or what are some of the other ones? Walk It Like I Talk It.
Versace?
No, I don't think that they were signed yet.
That was before its time.
Yeah, I don't think they were signed. I don't think so. I could be wrong,
It's
but I
a
don't
different
think so.
era.
Maybe an era that I was fond of, the Versailles
Yes.
and the Fight Nights of the world,
The Hannah Montanas.
the Hannah Montanas,
Yes.
and yes,
Never
all that.
grinding.
So that was back when I was a fan. So to give my kind of background, I at one point I was a fan. On their No Label 2 mixtape, I was right there with you in high school, jamming out to those staples in hip hop, really. Some might say that they've fallen off and haven't had, and I think it's more fair to say that they haven't had the same attention that they've had in recent years.
I would
With
agree.
Music,
I would also agree.
Dropping not as frequently, but when music does drop, it kind of goes to a whimper.
Well, yeah, what would you say their last big hit was?
You could not ask me.
Honestly?
I really do not know.
That's a really good question, Tim.
Yeah, I don't know. So
I'm not gonna say straightening.
Definitely not. You can't say that. So they've each tried their hand at solo efforts.
To minimal success. Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing that they ever reached when they were together.
Yeah, they've also tried joint projects with other artists. Success here, there, middling success, whatever. But nothing that stuck to make it seem that they were bigger than the brand of Migos. And honestly, things have changed. They got into relationships, got out of relationships, whatever. Their public profile has changed and kind of been all over the place, and has also been less about the music that we know them for. It's also not 2017 anymore. We have to make that very clear. Which was their heyday, which was probably their most commercially successful time, and the time when you couldn't go without hearing a Migos record. So with all that being said,
Walk It Like I Talk It was their last big song, and that was 2018. Or Walk It Talk It, featuring Drake. Was their last biggest song.
That does sound about
and
right.
Motorsport. They kind of
that doesn't even sound right. I would say Motorsport.
Well, yeah, when was Motorsport?
After Walk It Like I Talk It. And
it was?
Then,
why did I think
it was the same album.
Yeah, it was the same album, but they were released as
same
singles.
Time.
Yeah.
After, but time. I would even say that I'm not about to sun them. I think they had it probably maybe they were a feature on a single that did well.
No, I'm looking at it right now. I'm telling you, they were not popping. They have not been popping at all.
I'm trying, folks. I'm trying.
Marcus is reaching to the top shelf and he just is not grabbing anything.
Listen, the last thing I need to be called is a hater for saying facts. So
no, okay, pure facts. They have not been.
So with all this said, they've been on the label for a while, and when it comes to the music industry, it's really about what have you done for me recently, right? People don't care about the platinum plaques sitting in the office, and you can just see the amount of money and the lights are on still because of some of the records that they put out. That doesn't matter because it's about within the past year, what are you still on Billboard right now? Are you still giving us money when we take your money from your shows because you have a 360 deal. Like, are they want to know the money that you were generating for them in the moment, and it's not about like resting on your laurels, because we have to be fair and say like the Migos had a run, right? They had a run. So in the time that the Migos kind of their star maybe dwindled a bit, just on the back burner, other things were priorities for them, and their label had other priorities. They had big artists in the City Girls. They had big artists in there was other people, sure. I think they managed Cardi B. But that all took a back seat. Like, the Migos were in the back seat and everybody else was kind of thriving. Then comes one Sir Baby. Lil Baby of Quality Control went on a run
these past couple years.
From 2018 to now.
He's replaced
his star has so his star is rising. I remember, how big Drip Too Hard was, and just like so many of like that's just one. Like there's been so many of songs in the past couple of years. And because labels see it as like, what are you doing for me now? You kind of put your resources towards the thing that you see is actively giving you the money, right?
Yeah,
so what I'm
of course, businesses, especially music labels.
Yeah.
Right. So what we see were things like just recently, okay? So in preparation and in promotion for their album Culture 3, we see an iPhone video of the three Migos promoting their song or their album coming, and also just like kind of with their merch. We'll get to that in a second. And it's just kind of like it's looking sad. I'm not gonna lie, because here's the thing.
I think I did see this video.
This video
continue.
It doesn't look right. Like it doesn't look like people that have sold records before. You know what I mean? Like that have it doesn't look like of the caliber that you would think that they should get for their promotion.
To be fair though, when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, they're just having fun. I was like, oh, there's probably
they have to have just fun, because they can't come out with like, gone are the days of Culture 2 when it was like I don't listen. I don't see I hope for their videos that they get some type of budget just for them to be able to save face. But I don't see the type of budget that they were seeing on Culture 3 with Walk It Like a Talk It and Motorsport. Do you remember the Motorsport video? Like, do you remember the t-shirt video? Wasn't that the one where they were like in Antarctica or something? Like
and what was the one that was like what was the one that was like a samurai movie?
Oh, I didn't know.
Stir Fry.
Listen.
Yeah, Stir Fry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't check for all of that now.
But yeah, that budget no more.
That's just to say, like, that's the way they're kind of being like prioritized by the label. Their major album kind of comeback, it comes with just them kind of working it on their own. It's not a good look. Okay. I bring up Lil Baby to say that there is beef in the QC camp. And folks, let's break it down. So it's not just, I wish it was just about the music. I wish it was just about placement kind of on the roster and like attention.
Was there a direct call out at all?
Listen.
Okay, no, just lay it on me. I'm just really excited for it.
A quick sidebar. Sorry, I guess someone else a part of that label who also could also say they don't get enough shine is Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty also gets like overshadowed on that label too. But I just wanted to throw it out there.
So yeah, so you can see the resources are being put towards like maybe one act, maybe two, right? They're not a lot of people are getting a lot of resources over there, which is unfortunate. For just because a couple of years ago that you wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
So there's beef in the camp, and I think some of it starts with, from what I'm about to lay out to you, I don't know why Lil Baby would be pressed here, but let's just I'm gonna divulge for what it is. So the facts or the things that we know that the Migos were unhappy with their label situation. They actually sued their label head. His name is QC. P off QC. His name's P. So they sued him. I think the lawsuit is dropped as of now, but they were suing them over like just I think it was getting stolen from, actually. Like they were accusing them of like stealing from the Migos, and just
Okay.
other allegations that just don't look great
Yeah, or
if
not. Yeah,
everybody is
not a
one
good
cohesive
look.
family,
Yeah.
as people say, right? So there's this lawsuit that comes out, accusations about being like, poor management and poor, like, leadership, and just not getting the attention from label. And then we hear that Offset of the Migos gets jumped by Lil Baby's crew.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was interesting to me because I was like, okay, why?
Them getting other people to.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's the name of the game. Why would Lil Baby do it himself?
I mean,
no way you'll catch him.
Allegedly.
Why would Lil Baby even do it in the first place?
That's the question. So, I mean, one person could say, loyalty to the label and loyalty because blah blah. But I don't really get why you would
do that.
I don't get it. I don't get the motivation.
From a place that from the Migos are looking from down up at you in terms of the label. Why is he going out of his way and sending his camp after?
Yeah. So that happens.
Down.
We also hear that I don't know, is it Takeoff? I think that got touched or allegedly as well. I'm not sure. There was like two, meaning like, another attack was sent out. I think that there was two altercations, both allegedly from Lil Baby's camp to members of the Migos. And when asked about Lil Baby in an interview, the Migos had nothing to say, really. They were kind of just like, they were asked that, hey, like, did you hear about Lil Baby's new song? And they were like, yep. And then the next question was like, what are you guys thinking about his rise? And they didn't really have anything to say. They were just like deadpan, like nothing. And, it wasn't looking great. So are these accusations of like beef coming out of nowhere? No, because it's actually reported that there was like physical altercations happening. And
that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And you could see from the interview that they just don't see it for him. And I think that, listen, it has a lot to do with like label placement, like I said, attention from the label, all that stuff. And then now I think that, one side made it more real where people were assaulted. And so now it got a little real. So here's where we're at
he's
now.
almost like vilifying himself by doing that. Lil Baby, at least. I don't know. That's so whack. Like, but I was ready to just like shit talk the Migos for this segment because it sounded like, but I don't know. That just doesn't sit right with me. Like, what if they're the ones complaining about the label because they feel like he's like being treated better, and then he's just going to do that, which is so interesting.
This is the same Lil Baby that said, "Hey guys, I'm Lil Baby. Come catch me."
I like Lil Baby. I do. I like him.
Yeah, he is an interesting character. For sure.
I think that. Yeah, I do. But I just don't get the motivation.
Neither do I.
But I bring it to the discussion because I wanted to hear about what you guys thought about the kind of the information, but then also just like breaking down like label squabbles. People always think that everybody in the label has to like be, everybody, we're family here, we're family, hold each other down.
Even family hates each other.
Well, yeah, but like, yes, absolutely. But that's when you get to, like, at the end of the day, it's not family, it's music business.
It's a
some
business.
People are getting looks that, I'm sure the Migos feel like they've been doing this since, as long as I can remember, they've been doing this since when I was paying attention to them, it had to be like 2014, something like that, 2013, 2014, 2015, like that cold kind of era was when like I was really about them, from what I remember. And yeah, like that's not it anymore. Like that's not where they're at now.
Yeah. Notice how there was no camp sent after Quavo.
What was that?
What
is that? Notice how there was no people from Lil Baby's camp sent after Quavo.
I mean, listen, I don't think that Quavo is any harder than anybody else. Like these are.
I don't know. I thought he was like the middle head of the three-headed dragon.
Sure, but I don't
afraid to go for that one.
No, that's the thing. I don't think that anybody. I think anybody can get touched, and I don't think that no one is like.
They're not saying we're not touching Quavo.
Right. I don't think they're pressed that. Listen, I think that their street. Listen. Okay, before I talk about this, I think that they were checked a bit, and here's why. Because they used to be seen as like them Atlanta dudes that like, they about it and they making these songs like they really get into action, they step to people, blah 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 blah. And then, there was criticism back when like their first album dropped, I think, and they were like on the runway shoots and they were like wearing all these like, intricate like runway attire. And, I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a major thing that they were like, the fashion models now, especially Quavo. They even looked like from what I remember, there was a time when they all were dressed in like these kind of floral, like full pantsuits. And they almost looked like they were signing the Declaration of Independence. Like it looked wild.
Yeah.
But that's just to say that, like, I don't know, like when you get into this game, there's people that are like about it, and there's people that have the look like they're about it. Yeah. And I don't know, like, did this need to go where it went? I don't think so, but I do think that it's beef. And what's interesting to me also with rap is like that can happen. And then next year, we'll probably see on like the shade room or like the blog sites for the people I don't know that they're just like dapping each other up in the club or something like that.
Or they're like collabing on a track in
like
2 years.
So
you don't know what's fake, you don't know what's just publicity, you don't know what's real. So that's what it really feels like half the time in the music industry.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, I think what the real is that they're upset with the attention that they're getting. I think that they're almost doomed to fail because I think that the label sees it as like, okay, well, based on like how this project will do, that will determine like how much we push behind it. But it's also like you gotta have to push first so that it can do what it can do. Early reports, I haven't heard it myself. I am not pressed to go just listen to Amigos project in 2021. But the first, kind of things that the streets are saying is that it's long. It's very long.
Really?
And yeah, it's like 17 tracks or something, and it's like over an hour long. So it's like an hour long or over an hour long. So that's long for Amigos project, like not something I want to be tuned in for that long. And a little repetitive, but that comes with Amigos.
But that's the Migos for you, yes.
That's the Migos. And yeah, I just think that I will give it its fair due because I have to admit, like this is coming from someone that like was a fan back in the day. I'm not a fan so much these past few years, but I talk shit about a lot of people on this show. So I want to keep it fair and objective and have a report not anytime soon because again, I'm not pressed to go check for
I'm not pressed to check it out either. But if there's a banger somebody's talking about, then I'll go listen to it.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that's where we're at. The beef is real over at the QC camp, and we will, I guess, continue to follow that story among others.
I would definitely like to follow this more and see if there's more altercations or maybe some call outs. I think that could be very interesting. And
diss tracks, I would love a little bit. Diss tracks.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had enough people sending shots and records. I feel like we need that more.
True. Let's get the beef going up. Like,
and here's the thing,
real.
They don't even have to be like, I'm not one that needs to like have direct shots. What I feel like?
The subtleties are always good.
I think subtleties are good because I mean, obviously it's throwing a rock and hiding your hand, but it's also like it's kind of fun as a fan to like determine what that means.
Yeah,
like,
to unpack it. Yeah.
I think some people that like care about this direct thing, it needs to be direct, are so like it's so lazy because it's like you can never really play that song without the context. Yeah. Like nobody can bump think about all the songs that are like diss tracks that like without a doubt who it's about, and like it's not being played in rotation.
Yeah,
it's not.
Back to Back's a great song, but it's not in the rotation.
And here's the thing. Is it?
I like Back to Back actually.
It's not being played in rotation in 2021. He retired it, famously so. And even if you were to play it now, it would just be like it just feels of the time. Like that's the thing. It's so connected with the context, like, and has no way of like being divorced from it. That's why I don't think it's that good of a song. Was it a great diss, and especially was a good song in the time? Absolutely, but is it gonna hold up today? If I hear Back to Back, I want it off, like turn it off. And this comes from somebody who don't care for me. Yeah, so like
I would listen to it because I haven't heard it in like a good 10 years, but that would be about it.
I don't know. That was my thoughts. If anybody has anything else to say about the beef over at the QC camp, let yourselves be heard. If not, we can move right along.
I'm down moving on.
Okay.
I'm honestly just still kind of shocked by it. I wasn't really sure where the story was going, but I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I'll answer your questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning like when I tell my stories, like they will be answered. Just like save the questions for the end. They will be answered.
I'm just like,
you will get there.
I still don't understand the motive.
Yeah, well.
And I
Moving
guess we
right
never
along
will.
though. Right, exactly. Moving right along though. What else do we have in store?
We have a little thing to talk about, some sampling that we made on kind of like a follow-up from an older segment.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you
So
remember.
I do.
Okay.
So here's the thing. We talked about this before. I'm gonna bring it up again. It's unfortunate because this past week I have not been in the car. So I haven't had these songs to kind of like get like I tend to feel like when that's why like the topics that we talk about each week are kind of important to talk about in that week because they just feel like I have the energy for them. Now that I don't have energy for this, here the reason why I'm saying all this is because
Well, we talked about this on Wednesday though.
I know. Timmy, I'm gonna say the story. I'm gonna say the story. It's not that I don't have energy for this, it's that I'm not in the same mindset that I was when I first introduced it. And here's why. Because every time I'm in the car, I listen to an oldie station, 96.1 for those that are in the area.
In the backwards, the area.
They always play these songs that like you think, oh, like I had to have heard this before. And a lot of times you have because they are the oldies. It's the oldie stations, so they're playing the original samples, right? So I think that's what we talked about the first time, that a lot of times when I was listening to these songs, I'm like, oh shoot, I know the song like back of my hand, but I never really heard it in full. And it's because I was listening to the original work and not the sampled version. This time I wanted to further discussion with saying these are some of the songs that like these are only hits, and we also touched on it last time, but these are only hits because they were heavily sampled. I have some examples, but here's really what I'm talking about. This song is almost catchy right away. Something that like you automatically like after first listen. Just something that like feels nostalgic and you know it's not. And the lead on it, the lead singer or lead musician or lead rapper, whatever, is like not, it's new. Like you know that's not the person that like sings this record, but you like the record. That, folks, is because they heavily sampled the original work and almost intertwined it to a way that's like unrecognizable from the work. And it's like not well done. In my head, those are not well done songs. Here's why. Because they're not they don't push the envelope. I brought this
so a DJ Khaled song pretty much.
Sure. But I brought this example up before, and how like I think it done well is like Kendrick Lamar with Poetic Justice. And just like there's
Kanye
times when I
West.
think that you can, of course, but like there's times when I think that it can be done to a point that like feels like you bent the work, you made it something different. You're not relying so heavily, like you're relying on the nostalgia of it because it's still in there and it's recognizable, but it's almost like, oh, you're doing something different with it, or different enough so that it feels fresh and new. A lot of times these songs are just the same old song, and it's like it's like just an extended verse from someone else. That's it. Honestly, hearing Come Through, so I heard Come Through by Summer Walker. I'm not ashamed to admit this. First, before I remember Come Through from Usher. So like, have I heard Usher's Come Through before? Yes. It's also not called Come Through, it's called something else, to forget. But I heard that song before, but it's just I remembered, I was like, something about Come Through, it's so good. Because Come Through is like very not, and this is coming from what's his face? He won our London on the Track. Cool. London on the Track is talented, as we talked about before, but like that sample is not, bent and distorted and made
breaking any bounds.
Not making any bounds. Here's some other examples of what I'm talking about. So, Not Another Love Song by LMA. Oh, What You Did. Okay, so actually, let's do the thing. So, Tim, what's that record, or what's that website that you can look these up by? Who Sampled is it called?
Yeah, Who Sampled.
Who Sampled. Okay. So I'm gonna put in the song by LMA that I just had. LMA has done this a couple times, folks. Like LMA. Okay, it's called What You Did. What You Did. Oh, I know exactly what the song is too. Okay, so I'm pulling it up right now. Like I know exactly what the original came from, I feel. And it samples. Sorry, I'm gonna play this and see what happens. It samples "I'm Going Down," but I want to hear. Oh, right. You know that song?
Yes.
Okay, so let me play the original. So it's "I'm Going Down" by I'm going down, like that one.
Yes. I know that
Mhm.
You
song.
came around. Is that fucking Mary J. Blige? Or did she sample that too? Oh wow, I'm really okay. So okay,
It could be a
let me wrap it all up. Okay, ready? Or not? Like let me
yeah.
thread the needle. Here's what's happening. What I heard was "What You Did" by LMA. The sample, maybe it's the original sample. It's called "I'm Going Down," but I think it's actually just like a weird compilation album because I don't know that whatever that cover art was. And what I know it from is Mary J. Blige's uh, "Going Down," which is an amazing record, by the way. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Jesus, like amazing record. Now, I say all this to say, I love the Mary record. So, of course, when you're going to like use the part of it, like part of it, I'm going
take
to
a
like
core
it.
foundation of it. Yeah.
I'm going to like it. So, I don't know what this says about music. I support sampling. I'm a big, like, I'm a fan of when
When
sampling
done
is
well,
done
it's
right.
fantastic.
And I don't even think this is done poorly. I just think that it's
Yeah.
almost just like not
Like
inspired.
low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
Like the fruit tastes good. It's just right there.
at the same time, this is mixed well. Like it's used well. I just think that it's used as a crutch more than like as a
As an artistic choice.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
It's more
I'm
like
still
I'm sampling this because it's good, not because I can take something and make something even better with it.
It's almost like it's lazy. It's
yeah.
kind of lazy.
It is lazy. I'm trying not to say that it's lazy because I do like this song from LMA, but again, I'm trying to figure out. This is the question. I'm trying to figure out if I like this LMA song because of LMA song and what she did with it, or if it's just because every single time I listen to this song, I will think of a Mary song. And that's probably what it is.
Is that the point of a sample? Isn't that the point of a sample? I mean,
no,
I'm not saying that's,
I wouldn't say
okay,
that.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that's the point of a sample. But so is it a good thing or a bad thing if you recognize?
That's what I'm wrestling with. That's what the discussion is. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Where is the line of sampling?
There's a fine line, and I don't really know where exactly it is of just like
nostalgia, but happiness for the future, like by
and tribute versus karaoke, right? Yeah. Like I don't know. I think this has been a question I brought up. I think not just like once before, but maybe twice before, just because it's still a thing that I'm sitting with as someone that like loves samples, like loves reworked music, like loves the ingenuity and like the creativity that comes with music.
You know what sample I think does it very well of teeing that fine line of like originality and tribute. Honestly, No Church in a While by Kanye is really good at that. I feel like that's a really good sample that like, you know, is a very original song.
His samples are unreal.
That's what I was gonna say.
All
it's like
sampling that Kanye does is
when it comes to Kanye sampling, that's like
master.
Yeah, it's not fair. There's also another I think there's a Kendrick producer, which low-key might be disrespect, not about Kendrick necessarily, but just like he's so much more than that. He's actually a legendary producer, but I cannot remember his name for the life of me.
Did you see the yeah, I said you got a TikTok about the backseat freestyle sample, which was insane. That's also a really cool sample too.
No, but the video I'm thinking of is this like YouTube video I watched a couple months back, and it was just like talking about this like legendary producer, and like he's just like he's actually the like godfather of sampling music or something, even better than Kanye. Like just like wild, like some of your favorite songs. And what's so wild, and like I was watching this video, he was breaking down how it will be that's when people are just so damn talented. Like when it comes to these producers, they'll hear this like, you know, record from like, you know,
80 plus years ago.
Like no, not just 80 years ago, like early time, like 1800s, like some wild stuff, and just hear like some horns that they want to use, or like some like, you know, like a triangle, like just some type of like riff, or like something. I'm just like, what? And then they distort it, and it's like almost unrecognizable, but still recognizable. And then like they use it as something completely crazy, and it's like, what? Like, how did you do that? So I don't know. Seeing producers in work that like really do this, so interesting to watch. Like those videos, you can kind of go down a rabbit hole. It's just like,
oh, definitely.
Just sampling. Sampling is such an interesting interesting art form.
It is.
And I'm still trying to, I guess what the kind of qualm here was like, I'm still trying to figure out when it's done, like, do I consider that good or bad? And it could be bad sampling by like my
But that
criteria
doesn't mean
and
you
still
don't
be a
have
good
to
song.
hate the song. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. I think my take on this is that like at the end of the day, as long as I enjoy the song, if I like the song, yeah, it might have this, it might have this influence. Some people, but I think some of these people have the viewpoint of that there's like a foundation that's already laid for them. So why go out of your way to rebuild it with some of these songs like that? And they're building on top of it and doing their own thing, and it's fun, it's great. I don't think any of those will ever be an artist's best song though, because it's so tied to the original.
You know what?
sample.
You know what needs to stop being sampled? I have a
What?
few, but I'll just say one that I just heard the other day. "Say My Name" by Destiny's Child. Stop sampling it.
Mhm.
Stop sampling it.
A lot. It's getting sampled a lot.
It's not every single time it's done. It's not done any differently than the person before. Everybody just thinks that they can do the same, like just the "Say My Name" part, like the chorus, like say my name, no one is whatever. They always think that,
And they're like singing
can do
along
it.
with it or doing something
or
with it.
it's just like it's the background vocal.
Mm-hmm.
So new, like so, like wow, like how about take like, Michelle's like riff in the background, take that from "Say My Name" and distort it, like something like that. Like take a random piece that you just wouldn't necessarily identify as like that's it until you play it and like if it's almost if not like I'm just gonna use "Say My Name" because like duh, like
so when people hear that they're like, oh shit, it's "Say My Name." Oh wait, it's not, it's this.
I can just play "Say My Name" if I want to hear "Say My Name," and I do.
Exactly.
And I play it on my own, and it's good without like whatever try to little like echo and EQ levels you try to do on it. Like please stop sampling "Say My Name." Stop sampling Michael Jackson songs. Leave them alone. Because y'all like you're not like nothing's new. Like I think that's also what I'm like trying to say with this too. I guess if you're gonna do it well, obviously, but also like be original. Like be original with the sample. Funny enough, like samples aren't original. Be original with the sample. Try something different. Use a different part. Use a different song. Just do something different that will make it interesting enough, because you relying on someone else's work for a hit is so lame because they get most of the writing credits on it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
That is facts.
Well, how do you feel, Marcus, about the Waterfall sample by Chloe and Halle?
That's not a sample. That's a cover.
I mean, is it a cover? I guess technically it is. You're right. It is a cover.
DJ.
It is a cover.
Literally a cover.
So one aspect of this whole thing I kind of want to bring up too was like some songs I was thinking of that it's not even like a sample. They just kind of reuse a part of a song that just like either whether it be a hook or whether it be something that just sounds good that a lot of people recognize and can sing along, and then they put it in their song. So then these people it's almost like you already know the song before it comes out.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I kind of mentioned it before we were talking about it. I have an example. Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
So the song and it's so funny you were talking about the radio, because the radio notices this and plays the songs consecutively. So if literally on the radio I've heard "Need Me" by J.I., then "Questions" by Chris Brown, then the song "Turn Me On" by what's his name, like Kevin Little, like that original song where it's like, "Let me hold you, girl, caress my body, yeah, turn me on," and then Chris Brown did the same shit, and then "Need Me," that last part has the same shit, and like it goes in all three songs. Like I'm like here for it, but at the same time it's like you're literally all just saying the same shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel you, Marcus, on this. Like I don't know how I need to like how I should be feeling about it. Like I enjoy all three of those songs. Like they're fun, like
this is a Note Unavailable unsolved mystery. You don't know how
we need the people's help, honestly.
I do have something though.
Okay.
This
to piggyback or to wrap up. All right.
To wrap it up, I think I love when samples are petty.
Okay.
Here's what happens. So do you remember Drum's song "I Like the Cha Cha"?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Hotline Bling came out and the whole controversy about like he stole Drum's record because he came out like within a year of each other?
Yeah.
You know, like, he stole
Yeah,
Drum's
I
record, he stole
forgot
Drum's
about
record.
that.
Did you know that Drake went behind this man and sampled this, like sampled what Drum sampled, not sampled Drum's song? Because I think the thing was
He
like
sampled the original
he
sample.
has sampled the original work. So I think what happened was Drum sampled a song from back in the day. I forget what it was. And changed it enough to make it a different kind of like beat and like whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then Drake samples the original work and then changes it to match what the drum beat was. We've been talking about how Drake
Yikes.
has snatched flows,
He's so
has
petty.
snatched waves, has snatched people. Like he's
He's
doing
just got the name to be able to do it because
He's
he's
been a criminal,
Drake.
but I'm telling you, I love the
He's
pettiness
been
of
a
it.
criminal.
He's been
Oh
a
my
music
God.
criminal, but I'm
Yo
telling you, I
said-
love the pettiness of sampling too. So do more of that. So sample the
Drake said that
sample.
worked. The Drake said that worked, huh? I can make that better. And look at Hotline Bling. I'm pretty sure that's a platinum song of his.
Still my ringtone.
Yeah, like I said, someone else laid the groundwork. Drake doesn't want to lay the groundwork again before building his house. He'll just use somebody else's floor plan.
It works.
Yes.
Drake's the master of low-hanging fruit.
Okay. They can go many places.
Sheesh.
All right. Good show tonight.
Great show tonight.
Thank you for watching.
Yes.
What do we want to say? Next week you can find us same time, same place. Right here on the Twitch and the YouTubes, and shortly coming to other platforms.
Yes, sir.
You can follow us on Twitter at Note Unavailable, on TikTok at Note Unavailable. You can find us on other social media at Note Unavailable. You can watch videos of us on YouTube. Search Note Unavailable and you'll find us. And yeah, I think that's about covered the different places to be, guys.
Yes,
Anything else?
sir. No.
Yes, sir. Thank
Great
everybody.
show tonight, you guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I want to hear what people have to say about the sampling. Like, how do we feel about this? Like, what is the take? Like, I don't think it's something talked about enough. And like, are we okay with letting artists get away with it? Like, let us know.
Getting away with sampling at all, or sampling the way
we were talking about,
Yeah,
and are they getting away with it because we both had said that we enjoy it? So is that why they're still doing it? Like, is it not? Are they not doing anything wrong? Is that? I guess that's what
it gets plays, but I feel like you have the potential of getting more if you do it in a more unique way. I feel like that's
it's almost like a cheat code. You think?
It is like a cheat code.
Like a cheat code to a hit.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, he made a career off that.
Yeah. Chicks tapes 1 through 5 to do that.
He made a career off that. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching.
Let us know in the comments below what you
Let us know in
think.
the comments below. You know what we need to start doing?
What?
Or I guess what I'll make sure to do. We need to like crowdsource things to talk about too.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's do it.
So like
all right.
in the middle of the week from now on.
Thank you all for coming out.
Yes. Thank you.
So I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Love y'all and good night.